Small moment, my beautiful friends. Just a moment, my beautiful friend, just to share the link. I'm going to turn off the camera and the microphone just to share the link, and then I'll be back. Hello, good evening, my beautiful friends, my beautiful friends, my beautiful friends, friends, golden souls, my beautiful golden by default. The soulless, I'm a dark, dirty, disgusting creature trying to manipulate my language, trying to manipulate the energy, but we're destroying them, burning them down to a core of their being, wiping them out from within or without on the global universal level, whatever time, whatever form they are, completely wiping them out from the root core of the existence. All those soulless, I'm in every form, whatever time, whatever form they are. With the speed of thought, they are like the fly with the head without head. It's just powerless. They are completely falling down and falling apart, completely crumbling into completely. We are wiping them out from the root core of the existence. Completely, they are crumbling down, falling apart in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. With the speed of thought, by default, they're completely powerless. We are wiping out their memories completely. Now, just giving them enough memory to survive, actually to feel the pain, the suffering to the planet that they will go through and feel the pain, the suffering of all living beings that ever existed. With the speed of thought, by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Shut up, Jukala Bezdushne. Shut up. So now I'm saying shut up to all those soulless, dark, dirty, disgusting creatures, to shut them down forever and ever for eternity, to burn them down to a core of their being, to barking like a dog, and then they're chucking all the soulless. I'm shut up. Publicly, I'm going to shut them down now. Shut up. That you never chat anymore, never lie anymore. Mush, dark, evil, disgusting creature. Now, my beautiful friends, I have to start in this way because since as you can see, that I couldn't go on my main profile, I had to actually on my other profile. So I had to go on my main profile, but then just to share it onto the profile that I'm usually go into the English. Because those soulless, some of just froze the computer, actually the restream that I couldn't log in. So I couldn't got into the profile that I'm usually going to into English. So on live. So that's the reason why I had to go through my main profile and then after that share the link. So those soulless, they're scared. They know that all the karma's pain and suffering, we're activating them in every form, every time, whatever form they are. We're activating them at once, all the karma's pain and suffering, and they're scared. And so they're trying to, to grab from everything, but there is nothing to grab on for or hold on to except the karma's pain and suffering, instructions forever now for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So my beautiful friends, which means so those soulless, I just started to manipulate them with the energy, trying to manipulate, trying to influence me and project the direct projections. So that's when I started, my beautiful friends, that's what they projected internally, projected the thoughts and words inside. So, but anyway, whenever I say, my beautiful friends, we are multiplying the karma's pain, suffering, oh my golden souls by default, we're multiplying the karma's pain, the suffering of all living beings, individually, group, and collective multiplications of every one of you and everyone else that ever existed, existing, but all the codes that are within us in the Soulless Sama and the Mind and Spiritual Light, by everyone that ever heard my voice, that ever listened to the recordings, that ever joined the project in any way, and all the codes, all the energy, and all the public, everything, because it's a public, wherever my recordings reach, there is over 1,000 recordings, 1,100, I think, is in my language, and in English is, I'm not sure how many. So, which means wherever this recording reach to, sometimes I just share them to the groups. The energy is, even though it doesn't matter if somebody reply or join, it does matter. But of course, the energy is working. Wherever I send my recordings, the links, that's the energy that I've sent it, karma, pain, suffering, and distractions to all those souls, in every form with the spirit of thought by default, and to us blessings and enlightenment and freedom and joy, peace, and bliss, returning the energy back to us from all those, wherever I send the social media links anywhere, and then of course I send it to work that energy through the media, through the profiles on the to the social media, through the profiles on the net, wherever that they reach, wherever that is, all the connections, which means the codes and all the codes, the systems and the principles, wherever they have the connections, which means in any way we are connected throughout the entire planet. Every code is connected to all other codes, the principles and the systems and the therapy and the systems of by default. So wherever I send the recordings, we are sending all the energy that we ever did multiplying, will multiply by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, karmas, pain, suffering, and destruction to all those soulless, and blessings to each and everyone and everything that is mine, and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default. So wherever that recording reached, all the energy is gone there, and it's gonna work through the net. It's gonna work through all the profiles, through the people, and even through those soulless, and it's gonna work through and create a destructive pain and suffering for those soulless, bring them down to justice, while opening up new opportunities for all of us and creating unity between us and soulmates, of families, of friends, and each and everyone and everything that is mine, and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, wherever we send it, wherever you just share the link in through the social media, wherever you share it, that means the energy is gone there, and the energy is going to work. Mine and ask me to share a light with all that energy, and all the time I'm multiplying the energy. So every time that I'm multiplying the energy, creating the energy, of course, the karma's pain and suffering is multiplying to a soul. Some of that energy, that energy is got stronger and stronger, and of course, acting even more wherever those links are, wherever I send them. Even sometimes in English, where the Trump is doing any kind of live or anything, I'm just sending the comments, sending the love and light, the blessings, sending the links, which means my intention is I'm sending the energy of all the recordings and all the karmas, pain, and suffering that we multiply to those souls, some that ever did doing will do so, and of course, and the blessings to each and everyone, everything's mine, and ask me to share a light. So sometimes I send the love and light, the blessings, and the link, which means my intention is to send the energy through the live connection. Is the energy is going to work, knows whoever is involved there, whoever will see and hear, and of course that recording, the energy is going to work through them, through mine and aspect of light for us, and through those soulless karmas, pain, and suffering will activate them in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mine, and ask me to share a light in every form to answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. Every atom and electron of energy is mine, and ask me to share a light must answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So when I was sending to the truth is a Trump social media. I was sending the links there. So the recordings open up a profile. So I send it there. I send enough links. It's under enough recordings. So now anytime I just go live, I go live all the time. The energy is multiplying, and of course working through those recordings. It doesn't matter if somebody open it and listen to it or not. The energy is working. So that was the intention. The energy is working. So anytime now when I'm doing the live, when we're destroying those souls, I'm burning them down to core of the being the energy there. It's working through everyone that is on the social media, that is truth, that is all other social media that have the connections, that through Trump, through all of the everyone and everything. The same is on the X. That is on Elon Musk as well. I sent some of those recordings, and then after that they said that I needed to activate again for some reason, that because it's something different. It's not what they are doing, but anyway, I send the energy. So through the Elon Musk, through all those that are into the X social media, through entire net, wherever he's got the connections, and then wherever that is reached, the connections, all the connections, and we are all connected. The soul Sama was saying to the sixth level. No, we are connected to all levels throughout entire existence with the mind and aspect of light. Those souls have no connection. They had it into the sixth level. Now they don't have it at all. We are breaking them completely in every form. So breaking them, separating them from soul Sama, from everything that's mind and aspect of light, which means CIGI, separating from SOPHIE, and the CIGI from CIGI, Soulless Sama from Soulless Sama. So they don't have any connections. Even if they do have now, they don't have it because they don't have a power. They're powerless. So now we are breaking all the connections in every form to all those Soulless Sama, all the energetic net that they were creating between them, and especially those that were doing the rituals in the on this planet throughout entire planetary entire existence in the name of mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. We are cutting off, breaking completely with the spirit of thought by default all the energetic codes, all the energetic net that we're creating, that we're connecting each other in order to create the black magic, or to create any kind of rituals or any kind of ceremony. All the Soulless Sama, we completely cut off all the communications, shut down the cameras completely with the speed of thought by default, and with the speed of thought by default, completely shut down their senses, wipe out their memories, cut off the communication, completely put them into sleep, take over all the power and energy and their soul, those Soulless Sama, breaking the atoms and electrons, send them straight into the desert planet forever and ever, for eternity, to burn into the hell forever and ever, for eternity, with the speed of thought, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for I love you. So demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every and everything's mind and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default. Wherever my recording reach, wherever I posted them, I share them, you share them, or anyone, or anyone, anywhere, wherever reach, all the through the net, all the wherever we are connected on all levels on the earth and throughout entire existence. So demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every one of his mind and aspect share a light with the spirit of thought by default to activate all the wisdom, knowledge, power in everyone, within everyone, and everything's mind and aspect shall light to work through everyone with the spirit of thought by default, to bring down those Soulless Sama from within and without on a global universal level, completely break them out, completely chuck them out, flush them, so those Soulless Sama, burn them down to the core of their being, send them straight into the desert planet, into the hell, to burn forever and ever for eternity, or to play the dark, dirty games into the desert planet forever and ever for eternity, to feel the pain of all living beings in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. And all the Soulless Sama that were deleting my recordings, or that were preventing the links that they were covering the links with the speed of thought by default. Well, with the speed of thought by default, all those Soulless Sama, whatever time, whatever form they are within and without, or that were manipulated with our technology, with any kind of selfish desire, all those Soulless Sama, whatever time, whatever form they are, we are burning them down to the core of their being, wiping them out, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default, multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering, and destructions for eternity of all the manipulations with the net, manipulation with the technology, interference in their privacy, into identity, into our lives in any way, and those Soulless Sama through the social media that we're stealing our identity, that is stealing our informations, that we're stealing the everything that we doing, that we're recording, and then of course following up, and in any way spying on us or manipulating with our information, so with our identity, or selling on a buzzer, or in any way that we're manipulating with our energy, with the spirit of thought by by default, wherever those soulless, I, whatever form they are, in the name of mine and us, make a light with the spirit of thought by default. We are breaking them into atoms and electrons, burning them down to a core of their being, completely break them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to a core of their being, wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, and completely wipe out all their ceremonies, all their rituals, on all the black magic curse, hexes, spells, voodoo, and any kind of quotes, any kind of programs, beliefs, or superstitions, or any negative any. So I'm just talking my language. So sometimes will come out any kind of word in my language, but it doesn't matter. Just always I'm trying to manipulate in order to steal the energy through that. But that's destructive energy for all those souls. Some blessings for us with the spirit of thought by default. So it means we are destroying those souls in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to a core of their being, breaking them into atoms and electrons and compressing them to come as multiplying by the laws, rules, regulations. So by default, we are multiplying, compressing, adding up, and activating all the pain and suffering over and 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 over again, and over and over again, and encode in infinite with the spirit of thought by default, multiplying the karma's pain, suffering, destructions, and then of course to all those souls, compressing, adding up, and then multiplying and activating all the karma's pain, suffering of all living beings that ever existed, that existed with the spirit of thought by default, that ever interfere into our lives and to everyone and everything's mind and aspect of life, that's by default. And the deep doing will try to do so with the spirit of thought by default. We are wiping out those souls, in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. We are wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default, breaking into atoms and electrons, sending them straight into the desert planet with the spirit, breaking into atoms and electrons, compress the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default, and with the spirit of thought by default, it's all destroying the souls in every form, and then remixing them, all the energy that they polarized against us, everyone and everything's mind and aspect life with any kind of selfish desire. We are polar all that energy. We are with the spirit of thought by default. All that energy, we are multiplying. All that they polarize, we are destroying it. And the karma's pain, suffering, multiplying over and over again and encode in infinite, and then compressing into every atom and electron of their being, multiplying over and over again, and encode in infinite, over and over again with the spirit of thought by default, and then completely wiping out those souls, in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, burning them down to a core of their being, completely breaking the atoms and electrons, compressing the pain and suffering on all living beings in every atom and electron of their being, and then together with the energy that's been polarized with the selfish desire, selfish intent, with any kind of dark intention against the humanity on a beautiful planet, that's together remix them with those soulless sama with the spirit of thought by default, and then completely put them now, remix them, and then create a special remix, and then into their physical and energetic form, completely compressing them, throwing them into the desert planet, into the hell, all those souls sama to burn forever now for eternity with the spirit of thought by default, in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So, my beautiful friends, we are freezing, destroying, activating all the karma's pain, suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity, and all the eternal hell, and to all those soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless creators, soulless SAFI and TRISTANKO, MIRYANA and OBZERVERS, soulless SUZY and HEARTH, soulless CIGI and CIGIKA, soulless Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, Hitler, Atma, Chaitanya, Hussein, Ramchilovich, soulless, so called divine mother, so father, so guru, avatars, so teachers, so healers, and that's evil into physical form, in those Soulless, Illuminati, Satanists, and globalists, and Masons, and Cabal, and deep states, and all those dark, evil, disgusting creature. Soulless, some in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the spirit of thought by default, and multiplying. We're multiplying all the karma, pain, and suffering, and destructions to all those soulless sama in every form with the spirit of thought, burning down to a core of their being, all those soulless sama in every form, and then completely wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level, all those soulless sama in every form with the spirit of thought by default. And this special focus, we are karma, pain, suffering with special focus, we are multiplying to all those soulless sama in every form, burning them down to a core of their being, completely freezing them, completely wiping out all their memories, all their senses, shutting down their cameras, cutting off all the communications between all those soulless sama in every form, soulless God, into the energetic, into the physical form, between them, among them, and in every form, cutting off all the communications with the spirit of thought by default. Completely breaking up completely all those ceremony rituals that those soulless sama were doing onto the planet and from the heaven. So we are all of the energetic net, all the energetic connections, cutting off with the spirit of thought by default, destroying the soulless sama, burning all the soulless sama together with their dark intention, the energy burning completely down to the core of their being, wiping them out from the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default, and activating the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. And with the spirit of thought by default, we are in the name of mind and now, spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, completely putting this sleepy and doing whatever needs to be done in order to destroy all those soulless sama forever and ever for eternity in a peaceful way with the spirit of thought by default, while we are completely freezing and stopping and blocking all the technology with any kind of selfish desire, all the technology that they were using, all the weapon that they were using with any kind of selfish desire. We're completely freezing all of that, stopping, blocking, and destroying forever and ever for eternity, while returning the karmas, multiplying the karma's pain, suffering to all those soulless sama over and over again and encoding infinite by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, with the spirit of thought by default, multiplying, adding up, compressing, and activating in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default, so to feel the pain and suffering of all living beings, breaking them into atoms and electrons, and then compressing them, remixing them, and then wiping them out, taking them straight into the desert planet with the spirit of thought by default, or into the hell, to burn down to the core of their being all those soulless sama in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of man and us, light with the spirit of thought by default, we are completely freezing, blocking, completely taking over all the corporations, all the objects that they have, all the projects that they were working on with any kind of selfish desire, and all the abundance of prosperity and the technology, all the abundance of prosperity, which means the banks and all the bears and everything, we are all of that taking over from those soulless sama with the spirit of freezing, completely taking over, making it available to all of us that are mind and spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And all those projects that we're working with any kind of selfish desire, the ways Green Deal, or that is it's a global warming or space program, or NASA that was doing any kind of the space program, space weapon, and then all those blue looking glass, or in any other project, and the NASA and all those corporations, criminal organizations that were working on any kind of project with the spirit of thought in the name of mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, commanding to SOPHIE and everyone and everything's mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to work through everyone and everything that is mine, and now speak of a light to every code, which means even through those soulless, that we have our Sophie's codes onto the mission to destroy those soulless, to work to each and everyone and everything is mine, and now speak of a light with the speed of thought by default. With the speed of thought by default, using all the available technology, all the resources with the speed of thought by default to bring down all those soulless in wherever time, whatever form that, to bring them down to justice with the speed of thought by default, and returning them the calm, pain, suffering, and destructions forever and ever for eternity, send them straight into the desert planet, into the hell, to feel that pain and suffering, to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. All those soulless in every form, soulless codes, soulless those dark, dirty, psychopathic players. With the speed of thought, we are multiplying all of that over and over again and compressing into the calmest pain and suffering, into the soup, into the soulless wiping out, deleting into all the soulless in every form, anytime, and the G so that they come multiplying them. We all the time multiply over and over again, add up, compress, activate the pain, the suffering, and calmness, to distractions, to all those soulless and to us blessings with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. All soulless go to hell, go to hell, go to hell. All soulless go to hell forever and ever for eternity. All soulless burning in hell, burning in hell. All soulless burning in hell forever and ever for eternity. 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless go to hell 24 by default, by default, by default. All soulless burning in hell 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is straight at 24 by straight 3 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, all soulless burning in hell forever and ever. 24 by default, by default, by default. Everything is straight by default. 24 by default, by default, by default. With the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default. Miren imputem actia by default, by default, by default, by default. So is a symbol of freedom, of victory, and of course it's a destructive energy for those soulless in every form with the speed of thought by default. Well, it's a blessing for each and everyone and everything that is mine, and now speaking shower light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, I love you. So, my beautiful friends, we are wiping out those soulless in every form, burning them down to the core of their being, while enlightening, healing, and rejuvenating ourselves, each and every one of us that are mine, and us being shower light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, the soulless trying to manipulate with the technology, but we are destroying all those souls from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, burning them down to the core of their being with the speed of thought by default, and anything, any kind of multiplying the calm, pain, suffering over and over again in encoding infinite with the speed of thought by default for any gesture, any hand gesture, any kind of any way that I touch my hair, or that I touch my eyebrows, my eyes, my face, or my chin, or anywhere that I touch my body, or you, or anyone else, the those souls we're associating anything, everyone and everything, or anything with that. We are all of that wiping out, deleting, returning back to the soulless multiplying over and over again, and encoding infinite into the form of calm, pain, suffering, suffering and destructions forever and ever for eternity, to burn into the hell forever and ever for eternity. All those soulless Amma in every form with the spirit of thought by default. Anytime that we use any kind of gesture that we touch our face or anywhere that those soulless Amma have associated anything or in any way trying to misuse that, or often I do this, because my hair it goes from my eye, but those soulless Amma, if they associate with anything or that they are manipulating when I touch my eyebrows or anywhere, that means that I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering. When I touch my hair, karma's pain and suffering and returning to those souls. I'm all humanity, all the human race, or the humanity that sees the beginning of creation, which means from us that the priority, but all the human race, humanity that ever existed since the beginning of creation of humanity in every form. From the very beginning, not just on our beautiful planet, but anywhere since the very first time of beginning of creation of humanity, in every form with the spirit of thought by, in every space-time dimension with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. When I touch my face, my eyebrows, that's mean returning the karma's pain of suffering to those souls. I'm ashamed. All the karma's pain of suffering of all the shame that ever existed since the beginning of creation. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. When I touch my hair, that's mean that's forehead. Sorry, forehead. That's mean that I'm returning the karma's pain, the suffering of all the universe and entire existence, all those soulless, some in every form from all living beings. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind. For all of that goes over and over again, multiply and encode in infinite. When I touch my eyes, that's mean I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering to all those living beings in every form, all those dark, to all those soulless Amma, dark, disgusting, psychopathic players, returning the karma's pain and suffering, all the eyes issues. So everything, any kind of the options. So any kind of issue, eyes issue that those soulless Amma created. So anyway, it doesn't matter how big or small that is, eyes issue, the physical eyes, we are returning to those souls, some karma's pain, suffering, destructions for an eternity with the spirit of thought by default. When I touch him by between my third eye, that means that we are returning the karma's pain and suffering. That's why I'm saying this to you, my beautiful friends, because those souls are associated my body with the hair is with the humanity associated, because that's the reason why you make it gold. And then of course with anything that are associated a forehead with the universe. So now I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering to the soulless Amma. Often the soulless Amma try to make me that like scratch on my face or irritate me. So anytime say I do so, they make me do so, I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering, all of that multiplied over and over and over again by the laws, rules, and regulations of by default, returning the karma's pain and suffering that I'm setting up intention, and plus that those soulless Amma have the intention, whatever intention they are, so I'm returning the karma's pain and suffering behind that forever and ever for eternity, and then all of that multiply over and over again and return it back, and for all karma's pain and suffering, return it back to those soulless Amma in every form with the spirit of thought by default, and all the energy that those soulless Amma have stolen from us in any way, from me or from each and every one of us, just using our gesture or anything that I'm doing, that we are doing, that I haven't touched my face or anyway, that those soulless Amma were using, with stealing the energy that demanding, commanding to all those soulless Amma with the spirit of thought to return all that energy back to us with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And we're returning the karma's pain, the suffering and destructions to all those soulless Amma in every form. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Anytime that I touch this side, so usually whatever they associate with that, we're returning the karma's pain, the suffering to those soulless Amma, plus everything, all the, which means entire existence, from entire existence, we're multiplying the karmas, pain, and suffering, crime, and criminals, and everything into over and over again, multiply, returning back to the soulless, some in every form, with the speed of thought by default, in the name of Mana now, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Any times that I touch my nose, I associated that, whether it's like this, in this way, or in this way that I do. So anytime that I do so, I'm returning the karma, pain, suffering over and over again, multiplying and encoding infinite. And so all those, actually, to all the soulless of the pyramids, and everything that they associate me and Tristan with my nose. So the karma, pain, and suffering that I ever projected to Sophie and Tristan in every form, spiritual, energetic, and physical form, with the speed of thought by default, and all the pyramids, the karma, pain, and suffering, all the pyramids and the third eye, and the pyramids and the one eye, all the karma, pain, and suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity. When I do this, I'm wiping out all those soulless in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are, with the speed of thought by default. And then, of course, and then everything that they projected, wiping out those soulless and then, of course, multiplying the karma, pain, and suffering of all living beings that ever existed in every form, with the speed of thought by default. That's what I'm doing right now, deleting all those soulless, wiping them out, burning them down to the core of their being, and then multiplying all the karma, pain, and suffering over and over again, with the speed of thought by default. And in the name of Mana, now speak control light, with the speed of thought by default, and plus multiplying the karma, pain, and suffering, all the pyramids. And of course, so Sophie and Tristan in every form since the beginning of creation, in the spiritual, physical, and energetic, spiritual, energetic, and physical form, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body form. Anytime such scratch they make me or you or any one of us. So my beautiful friends are protecting now ourselves, because those souls, you are usually not aware of your gesture, but I am. So I know what those souls will be trying to do with that. So I'm returning the karma, pain, and suffering. Anytime they try to do so, we are returning the karma, pain, and suffering. Usually the dark, disgusting CIGI, soulless, disgusting creature, we're trying to doing like this, trying to delete, or to manipulate with the energy. So what I am doing with this, I'm deleting the dark, evil, disgusting CIGI and CIGIKA, the soulless, SAFI, and TRISTANKO, MIRYANA, OBZERVERS, and all those SUZY and HEARTH, and AMMA, Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, HEATRT, Chatanam, Saint Ramtrilovich, the soulless God, soulless saints, soulless so-called creators, the judges, and those, all the Illuminati, Satanists, globalist Masons, and Cabal, and all the kings and queens, and prince and princess, and it doesn't matter under which name, soulless courts, and those in the physical form. You're wiping them out from within and without, on the global universal level, and returning the karma, pain, and suffering of all living beings, plus the karma, pain, and suffering of Sophie and Tristan in every form, the karma, pain, and suffering of all the pyramids, with the speed of thought by default, and plus is a destructive energy for those soulless, in every form, because I signed it, that is destructive energy for those soulless, in every form, with the speed of thought by default. Anytime that they used to do, make me scratch, and then they usually they're trying to create to sign, to leave the sign. So whatever I do, whenever they make me touch my cheeks or anywhere with the speed of thought by default, we return in the karma, pain, and suffering, those souls, anything that they associate with, but then everything with the cats and dogs and the everything in the mustache, and even if I touch under the nose, we return the karma, pain, and suffering, the mustache, mustache, and then of course the beard and everything that I did, the mouth and everything, the tongue and everything that I associated, and plus the karma, pain, and suffering of all living beings in every form, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Anytime that I touch, so we are returning the karma, pain, and suffering over and over again, multiply and encode in infinite by everything that the soul is associated with, and then plus the karma, pain, and suffering of living beings. The same with the teeth. When I choose something, or you, or eat anything, we are destroying those soulless, breaking them into atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default, compressing the karma's pain, suffering in every atom and electron of their being, and returning back to the soulless, into the form of karma's pain and suffering, sending straight into the desert planet. All those soulless, forever and ever, for eternity, with the speed of thought by default. Or when I scratch me, or you, or any one of us, I just did that for me and the Tristan families and friends, and you, my beautiful friends, your families and friends, the soulmates, our families and friends, soulmates, or everyone and everything's mind and ask you to have a light. So that's mean wherever those souls, we're stealing your energy from our gesture, or sometimes I'm going to tell you that. And so all the energy that those souls have stolen from us in that way, and demanding, commanding that energy to join the SOPHIE with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command, and the call and command of SOPHIE into spiritual energetic form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden body. Love you. Oh, my beautiful friends. So now what I'm doing, I'm destroying those souls from within and without, and the humanity, and of course, from entire existence, whatever form they are. So now, my beautiful friends, when you scratch the head, or in any way do anyone on anything, which means we are returning the karma's pain and suffering all the human race in every form, whatever form they are, to all those souls, and plus multiplying all the karma's pain and suffering all living beings in every form, over and over again, in God, in infinite, by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. So anytime that you scratch, which means your face or anywhere else that you scratch your body, touch your body, or in any way, we are again returning the karma's pain, the suffering, destroying those souls, and the first that those souls, associated with, where they are returning the karma's pain and suffering, and then the karma's pain and suffering of all living beings in every form, multiplied over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and each and everyone and everything's mine, and ask you shall align with the spirit of thought by default, to every atom and electron on my energy this man, and ask me shall light with the spirit of thought by default, must answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now in everything is, sometimes you see people are not aware of that. I'm aware of that because I did that when I started working on the project. When I met Soulless Amrita, dark, evil, disgusting creature. So I met her. So she gave me so she gave me actually she projected the energy within me, so that I was doing the by hands. I was just typing the karma's pain, suffering to all those souls, in every form, with the spirit of thought by default, while writing and returning the karma's pain and suffering with humanity and the fake history of humanity and the science and everything that they're creating with the spirit of thought by default. And at the same time, I was writing a new history of humanity with the golden letters in the name of man, and I speak to light with the spirit of thought by default. All the energy that those souls have stolen from me in any way, just by doing that, or in any way that they have stolen from me, I'm demanding, commanding that energy with the spirit of thought by default to join the SOPHIE into spiritual energetic form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. So I'm going to tell you this, my beautiful friends, what was going on. Those soulless when they do like this, so which means we are returning the karma's pain and suffering of humanity, the karma's pain and suffering. The projections that do not exist, because we know what we're doing. Every code, it's protect itself and returning the karma's pain and suffering. Every code is an individual code, and of course, they cannot plus in between every letter. And every word, there is an code in infinite, ultimatum, all in one, 24 with the spirit of thought, return the karma's pain and suffering to those souls, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. So there is no way that those souls, can project anything and then in any way place any kind of codes that again, with any kind of selfish desire, because man and us and energy is strong and it's working. So anytime, sometimes, so I was doing it with my hands, with my legs. I was doing just, like dancing or so, and returning the karma's pain and suffering. So everything that I did that, anyway, I'm not sure how many couple of years was that. So for a couple of years, even maybe more, that I did that. So after that, I realized that they were trying to that they're trying to manipulate with my energy. So without my knowledge. So, but of course, my intention was good. The most important is not important what I wanted, but what I did, what I decided to focus on, what my intention was. So I was typing new history of humanity with the golden letter, and of course, typing the karmas, pain, suffering to all those souls. I'm multiplying them, returning back to the souls. I'm in every form. Karmas, pain, suffering, humanity, a beautiful planet, and all living beings, and all the planet stars and the galaxies, and everything that exists. This is the beginning of creation. And of course, now returning to all the karmas, pain, suffering, of all the dogs and cats, and all the humanity, and all the planet stars and the galaxies and entire existence with the spirit of thought by default to all those souls. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for all the energy that those souls have stolen from us and demanding in that way from me or anyone else, and demanding, commanding that energy to join the Sophie with the spirit of thought by default, to be returned back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default in a peaceful way. And in mass answer on Sophie's call with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body default. So now what I was doing, I was throwing those souls, and then I was sending the energy to the moon to destroy the soulless AMMA. So if those soulless AMMA were trying to steal the energy in any way that I did with my hands or with my legs, and then like a dancing, I was laughing and I was destroying and then undoing the rituals of those soulless AMMA that we're doing against the humanity on our beautiful planet. So all those soulless AMMA that we're doing the rituals against the beautiful planet humanity, and then using the symbol of Jesus on the cross, all those soulless AMMA in any way, wherever time, whatever form, in the name of mine and now speak a light with the spirit of thought by default, we're burning them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default in every form, wherever time, whatever form they are. We're breaking into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought, compressing all the pain and suffering of all living beings, which means the pain and suffering of humanity, a beautiful planet, and water element, air element, the sun and the moon, and all the planet stars and the galaxies and entire existence, all wherever with the spirit of thought by default, returning all those karmas, pain and suffering to all those souls with the spirit of thought by default. All those so-called creators, they have no right to interfere into our life anymore because they were going against the beautiful planet, against the humanity. We have wiped them out completely. We have completely wipe them out, and then we're rejecting them completely. We are not accepting those so-called, those creators, soulless AMMAs, those that were interfering, that were actually involved into the creation of humanity and the planet in any way, that they were, in whatever form that, those soulless AMMA were creating the darkness and negativity, and then going against that. So those soulless AMMA that were interfering into the, or in any way, that were influence, on our beautiful planet and into the humanity, that were manipulating with our energy and then thinking that they were creating us, or in any way that they were stealing or manipulating our energy. All those soulless AMMA, soulless creators with the spirit of thought by default, they have no right to interfere into our planet. They have no right to interfere into humanity with the spirit of thought in the name of man and now speak a light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm stopping in every way interference of those soulless AMMA from the heaven, soulless so-called gods or creators, into our beautiful planet, into the humanity, into human race on this planet and all other planet stars and the galaxies. In the name of man and our spiritual light, the man command all the souls to be burned down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. Everything that they projected towards Sophie and towards the beautiful planet, the humanity, we return it back to the souls into form of karma, pain, and suffering with the spirit of thought by default, using all the available technology, all the available resources with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything is mine, and now speak a light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call, on my command. All the energy must answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Those soulless called gods or saints, soulless creators. They were interfering into our planet. But now there were many times they did the work against the beautiful planet. Me and the SOPHIE, which means me and the SOPHIE in the physical and the SOPHIE in the spiritual form, we save our beautiful planet. We save the humanity. Those soulless creators and the soulless gods, the way they use it, the way they partake of whatever they were doing into the creation of our beautiful planet and the humanity. Those soulless gods have no right to interfere into our beautiful planet, into humanity, near nowhere, not in this planet or anywhere, because they wanted to destroy that. We are destroying them now, returning all that destructive energy to all those soulless, some in every form, with the spirit of thought, by default, whatever time, whatever form they are. In a demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and each and everyone and everything's mind and our spirit shall alive with the spirit of thought, by default, all the center systems and the teams and every atom and electron of the energy and everyone from the earth from the earth, everyone and all those into the heaven that's mine and our spirit shall alive with the spirit of thought must go against those soulless creators into the heaven and those soulless gods, to burn them down to the core of their being, wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and each and every one everything's mind and our spirit shall alive with the spirit of thought, and all those soulless summer from the earth, all those magicians, all those soulless summer must partake in order to destroy those soulless summer in every form, energetic or physical, or they're gonna be destroyed, burn down to the core of their being energetically, and to break them into the atoms and electrons, to feel the pain and suffering during the breaking up, and after that forever and ever for eternity of all living beings in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear and demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and each and every mind and our spirit shall alive with the spirit of thought, and all the energy must answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. And I just put the stamp on that. Everything is by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, everything is under the command, the control of SOPHIE, and everything is all through ultimatum, all in one, 24 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. All those soulless so-called gods, soulless creators, many times wanted to go and destroy our beautiful planet. Many times they were going against the humanity, against our beautiful planet. Many, countless times I saved the planet together with SOPHIE and everything is SOPHIE that's by default. That is mine and our spiritual life. We saved the humanity. We saved the human race. We saved our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies and its existence. That is mine and our spiritual life. Those soulless so-called creators, soulless creators have no right to interfere into our lives, into a planet or anywhere that is mine and our spiritual life, because they wanted to divorce, but everything that they wanted to project our so beautiful planet to humanity and the planet stars and the galaxy return it back to the soulless summit in form of karma, pain, suffering and destructions forever and ever. Break them into the atoms and electrons into the air, together with all the energy polarized with any kind of selfish desire against the humanity and our beautiful planet, with the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and each and everything's mind and our spiritual life with the spirit of thought by default, and all the energy must answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, SOPHIE, my golden soul, my golden by default. All the energy, everyone and everything from the earth must partake and they go against those soulless summoned to the heaven, and all they from the heaven, all everyone and everything's mind and all spiritual shall alive must partake and go against those soulless creators, soulless gods that were working against the beautiful planet and against the humanity. They have no right to interfere. If we let them do so, they wouldn't exist even. No, they wouldn't exist. They will destroy even themselves. So now we are saved. SOPHIE that was leading in my soul and me in the physical form, and all of you that adding up and helping us and completely together with all of us, adding up to the light and helping us protect our beautiful planet and working for me since 2003. And actually, when I say met Soulless Amrita 24, I've been working on this, on saving humanity and our beautiful planet. My soul was leading me. SOPHIE was leading me, my soul. Now, those Soulless have no right to interfere into our planet, into humanity's life ever again. If they try to do so, I demand and commanding everyone from the planet Everyone and everyone from the planet, everything is mine and aspect light, those soulless sama must partake to go against those soulless sama into the heaven with the spirit of thought by default, to burn them down to a core of their being, break them to atoms and electrons, and all the from the heaven that's mine and aspect light. If anyone refuse from the earth to partake or try to manipulate the enemy with the energy, I demand and commanding together with all of those souls into the heaven, into the air, to be breaking atoms and electrons, to fill them, to let them feel the pain and suffering of all living beings during the destructions, and then after that compress them all that pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. We burn them down to a core of their being forever and ever, for eternity, and to send them into the hell, to burn down to the core of their being forever and ever, for eternity, with the spirit of thought by default. All those souls, some in every form. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to SOPHIE and each and everything is mine, and ask me to shall light with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is under command and control of SOPHIE to answer on my call and my command without mercy with the spirit of thought, using all the available technology and all the available resources without mercy with the spirit of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Is there anything that is not clear? We are burning down those soulless some in every form with the spirit of thought by default, freezing them completely with the spirit of thought by default, freezing all their technology, all their weapon, returning back to the soulless some into form of karma, pain, and suffering and destructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Is there anything that is not clear? Is there anything that is not clear? Is there any more those soulless, disgusting creatures that wants to play the dark, dirty games? All those soulless summer from the heaven that were playing the dark, dirty games over humanity, over our beautiful planet, many times, countless times. We save our beautiful planet. We save the humanity because those soulless summer were trying from the heaven. They're trying they're going against the beautiful planet together with all those soulless summer on the earth that were doing the rituals against the beautiful planet, trying to use the destructive technology and destructive weapon against the humanity on the beautiful planet. Many times, actually countless times, I saved together with Sophie and everyone else's mind and our light planet and the humanity and the human race. So those soulless summer, even those soulless summer that playing the dark dirty games, they will be destroyed forever and ever for eternity, because they wouldn't stay. If they did what they were planning to do to humanity and the planet, they will be destroyed too. And at demanding, commanding Sophie and everyone and everything's mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought, for all the energy that they polarize against the humanity and the beautiful planet, all those that partake into the rituals and the ceremony, at demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought, together with all those souls summon into the heaven with the spirit of thought by default, using all the available technology, all the available weapon, and all the available resources to break them into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, compressing them all, the pain, the suffering, all living beings in every by default second with the spirit of thought by default, and in God in infinite with the spirit of thought by default. All of that we're multiplying over and over and over and over again, and in God in infinite with the spirit of thought by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. In the name of mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. A demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default without mercy, burning them down to the core of their being, all those souls some in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Is there anything that is not clear now? I'm asking the soul summer. Is there anyone else that wants to play dark, dirty games? All those souls some that want to play dark, dirty games over the humanity and the beautiful planet, trying to tell they have a right, they have no right to interfere into a planet, into the humanity, because of them. Humanity and a beautiful planet wouldn't exist, but exists because of me, because of Sophie, because of us that doing great job, that save our beautiful planet and the humanity. And of course, we save their words because those soulless AMMA were trying to interfere not just into our beautiful planet, but the entire existence with the selfish desire. Now we're returning the karma, pain, and suffering all living beings, all the planet stars and the galaxies, humanity, and the beautiful planet, and all the planet stars and the galaxies, sun and the moon, and wherever all those planet stars and the galaxy and from entire existence, we're returning those karmas, pain, and suffering to all those soulless AMMA, soulless God, soulless creators, and burn them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything that is mine and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. We're cutting off all the communications with all those magicians, all those soulless AMMA onto the earth, with the physical or any energetic form with the spirit of thought by default, and all those the same soulless AMMA into the physical form, dark, evil, disgusting creature, magicians and so-called divine mothers or fathers or gurus, that they're working against the humanity, doing the rituals against our beautiful planet and humanity. In the name of mine and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, demanding and commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mine and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default, to break all the energetic forms, break them into the atoms and electrons, to fill the pain and suffering of all living beings during the breaking up, and then after that forever and for eternity, compressing them, that pain and suffering every atom and electron of their being, and then remixing them and returning back into their physical form, and let them burn down to the core of their being, regret that ever existed with the spirit of thought by default. Let them eat the soup that they cooked forever and ever for eternity. They will be burning down to the core of their being, regretting that ever existed. All the karmas, pain, and suffering put in the maximum with the spirit of thought by default. In the name of mine and now speaking Shabbat, the same with those souls summoned into the heaven with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. All the energy that those souls have stolen from us, in any way, demanding, commanding that energy to join the Sophie in the physical form that is by default. Everything that is not by default, with the spirit of thought, all the energies by default, demanding, commanding to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, and must join the Sophie and answer the command and the command and demand of Sophie from the spiritual energetic form. All those soulless AMMA, the dark, dirty, psychopathic class, and the energy that is polarized with any kind of selfish desire against the humanity and our beautiful planet, demanding, commanding that energy and those soulless AMMA to be together, put in the circle of light, and then with the spirit of thought, break them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default into the air, burning them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default, compressing them, all the pain, the suffering, every atom, electron of their being, remixing them, and then send them straight into the desert planet with the spirit of thought, which help to fulfill the pain and suffering of all living beings in every atom and electron of their being forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And all those souls, I'm going to pause my recording on my phone. We're destroying all those souls, we're stopping them, burning them, destroying them forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mine, and ask you to show light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body fall. Is there anything that is not clear to those soulless AMMA? CIGI, there is no more, there is no more anyone of those soulless AMMA, but CIGI was the main code for those soulless AMMA. It's not anymore for me, is not, and there is no anyone to represent the soulless AMMA. There is no need, because those soulless AMMA were going against the humanity on a beautiful planet. They have no right to interfere into a beautiful planet, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone's mind and ask me to share light with the spirit of thought by default, to every atom electron of the energy, to answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default, to shut down, lock all the portals that those souls some were using to interfere into our lives with the spirit of thought by default, and then open the portals and send all those souls some into the desert planet, into the hell, Ito, with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Is there anything that is not clear now? Is there any, now I'm asking those soulless, disgusting creature from the heaven, soulless God, soulless saints, is there any more reasons that you interfere into our lives, into our beautiful planet? When you are not creator, you were not the creator, you were destruct, wanted to the worst, but now we are destroying yourself, destroying all those soulless, some in every form with the spirit of thought by default. And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything that is mine and ask because I have a light with the spirit of thought by default to answer on my call and my command, to burn down to the core of there being all those soulless, some soulless God, soulless creators, all those from the heaven that were interfering into the humanity, into our lives, into a beautiful planet, to burn them down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, thanks Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. They have no right to interfere into our planet, into our lives, into humanity, because without them, we wouldn't exist. But the me and the Sophie and the everyone that is mine and now spiritual light that save the humanity, that save our beautiful planet, and that save the human race, and that we save all the planet stars and the galaxies that are mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. And at the demanding, commanding all those soulless God, soulless saints, all those soulless AMMA, soulless coach in every form with the spirit of thought by default, to be burned down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default, using all the available technology, all the resources with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mine and asking shall light without mercy with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Is there anything that is not clear to anyone? All the energy must answer on my call and my command. And then in the command, the call and command of Sophie from the spiritual energetic form. All the energy has been stolen from us, from humanity in the beautiful planet, by those soulless so-called creators of God. I demand and commanding that energy to be returned back to us. Not just from our beautiful planet humanity, but all the planet stars and the galaxies and the human race throughout the entire existence. With the spirit of thought by default, demanding, commanding of the soul is some with the spirit of thought by default to return that energy, demanding, commanding that energy is mine and ask me to show a light with the spirit of thought by default to join the Sophie in the spiritual and energetic form with the spirit of thought by default, and to answer on Sophie's call and command with the spirit of thought by default. All the energies by default, everything that is not by default, demanding, commanding to be burned down, to be selected, and then break it into the atoms and electrons into the air. Remix them, compress them, all the pain and suffering, and send them straight into the desert planet forever and for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now, my beautiful friends, it's time to wipe out all those soulless gods, soulless saints, soulless creators, soulless judges, soulless observers, soulless SAFI and TRISTANKO, median and observers, SUZY and HEARTH and the CIGI and CIGIKA, and soulless Amrita Babaji, Mira Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, Hitler, Ahmed Chatanay, Hussein Ramchilovich, soulless Illuminati, Satanists and globalists and Masons and Cabal, kings and queens and prince and princess in every form, and all those soulless gods, soulless, all those soulless are in every form. In the name of mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, be burning down to the core of their being. All those soulless are in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And I demand and commanding to Sophie and each and everyone's mind and ask me to light with the spirit of thought by default. Every atom and electron, the energy and everything that I multiply to them is a destructive energy. That I multiply is a destructive energy to those soulless. I'm all the karma, pain, and suffering that I send to them. And demand and commanding to Sophie and each and everyone's mind and ask me to light with the spirit of thought by default to activate all those karmas at once to all those soulless, some with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And it over and over again, multiply and activated and encoded in infinite with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of mine, and now speak show light with the spirit of thought by default. And demanding, commanding, and with the spirit of thought, all those soulless, some from the earth that are doing the rituals against the humanity of beautiful planet, to be bring them down, I said, empty them, break them into atoms and electrons, their energetic form, return it back to themselves, our energy, the SOPHIE codes from them, take them with the speed of thought by default, and then of course let them burn down, crumble, and then of course fall apart, and then and destroy them forever and for eternity. And we must expose their true face to humanity, so that humanity is gonna judge them. We're gonna burn them into the in the public, so that everyone knows. You know that the witches earlier, people were burning into the, the fire. So now we're going to burn all those witches. They are the same witch, the same dark, disgusting soul, as some of dark, dirty, disgusting, those dark, dirty, disgusting players. So they are the same witch, the same magicians, but just under the different name or form, into the different form. So we're going to burn them into the fire in the public place, so that people will know who they are, and we're going to show their face to the humanity. So the humanity is going to return them the karma's pain and suffering, and judge them over and over again. And they're going to be burning into the hell for eternity, all their physical and energetic form, in every form, and together with all those soulless, in every form, soulless creators, or soulless gods or saints, or it doesn't matter under which name they've been known or hidden. In the name of mine and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, there is no way that those soulless can in any way get all the karmas, pain, and suffering that they think that they were balancing. No, through me, playing the dark, dirty games through me, thinking that they're going to balance the karmas and their evil things that I did, that they're balancing through stealing my energy, and they're not feeding them with the energy, and they were doing the rituals against the humanity on a beautiful planet, and then trying to now give the master return the energy back to Sophie, and all those soulless codes that they created, and all of everything that they put into that energy, all of them together with the energy must be burned down to core of their being, break up into atoms and electrons, and send them into the hell forever and ever for eternity. They cannot, there is no way, in any way, there is no power that will change the therapy that I prescribe them. There is no way that they will balance the karmas. There is no one atom electrons. I'm not going to let them balance the karmas, being and suffering, but they're going to feel it in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind. I love you. So now in the name of mine, and now speak shall light with the spirit of thought by default. Demanding, commanding to soften each and every one everything's mind, and now speak shall light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. To with the spirit of thought by default, to activate, multiply over and over again, and encode in infinite, and activate the adding up, compressing, and activating the blessings to each and every one and everything's mind, and asking to light with the spirit of thought by default, to Sophie and Tristan in the spiritual, physical, and energetic form, in every form with the spirit of thought by default, and to us and our family, to me and Tristan in every form, and to our families and friends, and in their families and friends, and extended families, and you and your families and friends, and our families and friends, soulmates, and everyone and everything's man, and asking to light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie each and everyone and everything's man, and asking to light with the spirit of thought by default, to activate all the blessings to us and to everything that we have with the spirit of thought by default, multiplying them over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default with the spirit of thought by default. And in the name of mine and now speak shall light with the spirit of thought by default. We are with the spirit of thought by default, breaking the soulless completely, bring them down to a core of their being from within, and the energy of the soulless throwing out together those soulless codes, and then wiping them out, bringing them down to a core of their being by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default, and replacing it with the energies of mine and now speaking shall light with the spirit of thought by default, rejuvenating, healing, and enlightening our bodies with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And mind and nous, mind, body, and soul, answering only on Sophia's and nous, Sophie's and nous, which means mind and nous, pure unconditional light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now in the name of mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we multiply and activate all and multiplying, adding up, compressing, activating over and over again and encode in infinite by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, all the karma, spirit, suffering to the soul, summer and destructions for eternity, and wiping them out completely for eternity from within and without on a global and universal level with the spirit of thought by default, and blessings to each and everyone and everything that is mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to Sophie and Tristan, to me and Tristan and our families and friends, and to you and your families and friends, and to each and everyone and everything's mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to everything that we have, our homes, properties, cars, vehicles, business, and the farms and mine and now's project, to our beautiful planet, every atom and electron of the energy of our beautiful planet, and the water element, air element, the sun and the moon, and the nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, and air element, and of course everything that we have on this planet, and then the sun and the moon and all the planet stars and the galaxies in every form with the spirit of thought by default. Everything that is mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default throughout entire existence, while destroying all those souls, some in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we are wiping out those souls, some of our activating the blessings, eternal life, eternal peace, eternal great health, vitality, youth, beauty, joy, peace, and bliss, and wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, and then unity between us and our soulmates and families and friends, and then enlightenment and freedom. May we all be happy, healthy, alive, and joyful, peaceful, blissful, prosperous, kind, loving, compassionate, wise, and knowledgeable, and powerful. And those soulless, some of those dark, evil, disgusting creatures, soulless, CIGI, demanding, commanding to Sophie, CIGI, and all those soulless, some from within, demanding, commanding to Sophie, and each and everything with the spirit of thought, to check them out, within and without, from within and without, check them out, and then break them into atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, burn them down to a core of their being and activate them all the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default, compressing them in every form of the every form, and then send them straight into the planet forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. Two. Those souls, some of you, burning them down to a core of their being. That's destructive energy. My beautiful friends, when you see me doing this, too, I coded that is a destructive energy for those souls, and multiplying that. It's a huge energy that is destructive energy that is destroying those souls. When I say too, that's mean I'm destroying, sending them destructive energy to all those souls, multiplying over and over again, and encoding infinite with the spirit of thought by default, multiplying, adding up, compressing, activating, and encoding infinite with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear, and then multiplying by all the karma, pain, suffering, destructions, and then turning back to the soul into the form of karma, pain, suffering, and destructions forever and ever, burning them into the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, my two friends, that's the same with the yawning, the coughing, or with anything that does Soulless in any way interfere into our lives, into our physical form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body. I love you. Now, in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, we are activating mine and now spiritual light within each and every one and everything's mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, and all that power given freely to each and every one of us and everything through mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. We're wiping out those souls, some from within and without, with the spirit of thought by default, while creating enlightening, healing, rejuvenating our bodies, humanity, and our beautiful planet, and everyone and everything's mine, and I'll speak show light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. In the name of mine, and now speak show light with the speed of thought by default. We are wiping out, burning down to the core of tapping all those soulless summer from every form with the speed of thought by default. And then, of course, activating the calm being suffering destructions for eternity while activating mine and now spiritual light in every form. To each and everyone and everything's mine and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, to everything that we have, to Sophia Tristan planet, to Sophia Tristan Center, Sophia Tristan Planet, Sophia Tristan Universum, to all the center systems and the teams that we're creating from mine and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, and to Sophia Tristan Phone, Sophia Phone, Gisara, Quantum Financial Systems, Starlink, and those all the abundance and prosperity and the technology that's been hidden from us, that those soulless was stolen or that was under the control of those soulless with the speed of thought by default. Well, we are with the speed of thought by default, destroying all the technology that is created with any kind of selfish desire that we're misusing, and all the weapon completely freezing it, destroying it forever and ever for eternity, and together with all those soulless that we're trying to be misusing or are trying to misuse it or use it for any kind of selfish desire with the speed of thought by default or any kind of dark intention. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And in the name of mine, and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. We are activating the blessings and, of course, multiplying, adding up, compressing, activating the blessings over and over, multiplying again and again over and over, multiplying the blessings and, of course, and encoding infinite to all of us and all our corporations that we have, and taking over all the corporations, all the finances, all the project, all the object, every object, all the souls that have, and turning the calmest being, suffering for eternity. We are multiplying the blessings and abundance and prosperity for everything that multiplied the money and that multiplied all the wealth that ever existed and existing, and to those souls wealth in the calmest being, suffering forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. In the name of mine and now pure unconditional light with the speed of thought by default. We are multiplying, adding up, compressing, activating over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and encoding infinite all the blessings to Sophie and Tristan in every form, spiritual and energetic and physical form. And of course, so unity between us, me and Tristan, and of course, and our first public work to be the voice of the people. I mean, I'm publicly in this way through the social media, but I want to go out and bring down those souls, some from the power, and then to bring down them from the power, all those from the whoever trying to infiltrate it into the religion, into the government, into the systems throughout entire planet and entire existence. So everything that is needed to be provided for us on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default, and with the speed of thought by default to in the name of man and spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, and destroy all those souls. Everything that is less than man and spiritual light must be burned down to the core of the being sent straight into the hell to burn forever and for eternity with the speed of thought by default. Well, we are creating, taking over the management and over command and control of our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies. Those souls, some of the trained to manipulate with the technology, we're wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. And then we are creating a beautiful planet, all the planet stars and the galaxies and entire existence that is mine and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. We are making the masses of mine and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. In the name of mine and our spiritual light with the speed of thought by default. With the speed of thought, by default, multiplying that blessings to Sophie and Tristan in the spiritual over and over again by the laws of regulations. So by default, multiplying, adding up, compressing, activating with the speed of thought. By default, all the blessings and great health, vitality, eternal life, eternal peace, and great health, vitality, joy, peace, bliss, abundance, prosperity, unity in every form. And then activating all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding within us, of physicals and every form with the speed of thought by default, and us in the physical and our families and friends and everyone, and you, maybe two friends and your families and friends and soulmates, and families and friends, soulmates, and your families and friends, soulmates, and your soulmates, and each and everyone and everything's man and us because of light with the speed of thought by default. We are activating all the wisdom, knowledge, power, understanding, and mind and us because of light with the speed of thought by default, protecting, healing, rejuvenating ourselves and our bodies, and we are creating eternal life, eternal peace, joy, bliss with the speed of thought by default. And of course, we will destroying all those soulless AMMA forever and ever for eternity. We are sending into the hell to burn forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. All those soulless AMMA. We are creating eternal life, joy, peace, bliss for each and every one of us, man, and us, because of light with the speed of thought by default. In every form. And will destroying all those soulless AMMA. Those are dark, dirty, disgusting soulless AMMA. That's the so those soulless AMMA projecting the projections. That's all the power that they have. All those soulless AMMA. That's all the power that they have, and the knowledge and everything that that's all that those soulless AMMA have. And of course, karma, pain, and suffering. We're gonna multiply them over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful, love you. So now, in the name of mine and now, light, it's all with the speed of thought by default. I don't even know. I don't need to say it all because I set up I set up already intention. So now. Whatever those souls I'm gonna do, the calm, pain, the suffering, it's multiplying to all those souls I'm with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And of course, we are taking over the management on our beautiful planet and all the planet stars and the galaxies, as said, creating them as your mind and our spiritual light. Nothing else is gonna say. Only mind and our spiritual light is gonna live forever and ever for eternity. Everything that is less than that is gonna be placed into the hell and burn forever and ever for eternity into hell with the speed of thought by default. And we are mind teams are activating, creating actually in the physical, spiritual, and energetic form in every form, through in the physical, spiritual, energetic form, and from mind and now spiritual light that is by default without any kind of selfish desire. And we are creating everything from the heart and soul without any kind of selfish desire. We are creating new governments, new systems. And of course, we are creating new generations with all the wisdom, knowledge, power, and with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by default. And of course, we are writing a new history of humanity with the golden letters of mind and now, spiritual light, with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. So now, my beautiful friends, we multiply all of that over and over again to the soulless AMMA, karma, pain, suffering, destructions forever and ever for eternity, completely breaking them into atoms and electrons forever and ever for eternity, and removing them from the face of this planet, from entire universe, entire existence, send them straight into the planet, into the hell forever and ever for eternity, while taking all the energy and all the abundance and prosperity, everything that is by default, with the speed of thought by default. And in the name of man and aspect of light, we are activating the blessings to each and every everything is man and aspect of light. All of that multiplying, adding up, multiplying over and over again and encoding infinite, adding up, compressing within each and every code, and then into the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and multiplying, adding up into the systems, into the principle and the systems of by default, the codes, every code spoken, written, and coded, and the principle and the systems of the code, and the therapy and ultimatum all in one of the systems and the principles and the systems and the codes and the therapy. And before, in everything that we did multiply, will multiply, we'll do so in every atom and electron, the energy, and that ever exists in that existing in every code that ever existed, karma, pain, suffering, distractions, all those souls, in every form that they ever exist, that existing, that whatever time, whatever form they are. And then, of course, and those that existing, we multiply them, the karma, pain, and suffering of them too, and add up to all those that existing right now in every form with the speed of thought by default. And then that's all through ultimatum all in one, 24 with the speed of thought, without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. And demanding, commanding, Sophie, each and everything's mind, and I'll speak shall light with the speed of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default, and to multiply all of that over and over again by everything that we eat, drink, and see, hear, think, and do, and feel, and wear, or everything that those souls some ever projected. All the souls some as projections in every in any way that they projected, any kind of projections with any kind of selfish desire with the speed of thought by default, and by everything that existing right now in every form with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Everything is by the laws, rules, regulations. So by default, everything is compressed into by default into all those souls. Some into every karma, pain, and suffering. And destructions, and to us into the blessings. To everyone, everything's mine, and now speak and shall light. With the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear, and that's destructive energy too for those souls. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Ito. In the name of mine, and now speak and shall light with the speed of thought by default. Everything is by the laws, rules, regulations, or by default. Everything is under the command and control of Sophie. Everything is all through ultimatum all one, 24, with the speed of thought by default, without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, and encode in infinite with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So, my beautiful friends, thank you to all those souls. I'm a dark, disgusting creature, and that's destructive energy for those souls. In every form with the speed of thought by default, I'm loud and clear. Thank you to everyone and everything that is mine and us actual light in every form that is Sophie. And thank you to Sophie. Thank you to Tristan. Thank you to Sophie and Tristan in every form with the speed of thought by default. And thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, all of you, Sophie and Tristan, my golden souls, my golden by defaults, and Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Thank you to Sophie and Tristan in every form, in the physical, spiritual, energetic form, and encode in infinite. And to all four forms in every form with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. So now, my beautiful friends, let that energy flow constantly 24. Let us now just send the flash quickly, just to show to those souls some into the heaven that we're going to use all the available technology, all the resources in order to bring them down to justice, break them into atoms and electrons, and send them down to core, bring them down to justice, and burn them down to core if they've been sent them into the hell, into just a planet forever and ever for eternity. All energy is ours, but just send them. Let's just send them the flash to let them know that it's time for them to wipe them out, burn them down to a core of their being forever and ever for eternity. Send them the flash. See the flashing golden light intrude around you an entire planet. We are doing it with internal knowledge, with the wisdom. With eternal knowledge, of course, with the wisdom, we have all the wisdom within us, and of course with intention and with intention, and of course, maybe two friends with the focus. Just focus on that. What I do, this always I'm trying to manipulate sometimes. Just focus on the color on me or around me. You just project that into the throughout the entire planet and entire universe and entire existence. And see the light flashing, the light in around us. We're doing it with internal knowledge, so just see the golden light. That's enough. Now, my beautiful friends, let us send the let us send them the fireworks. Let us send them golden light planet. See entire human race, everyone, everything this mind and aspect of light, sending the huge golden light planet and destroying those souls. I'm a train around entire planet, entire universe. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. So see, my beautiful friends, now let us send them the flash. What's happened, my beautiful friends? Last night, those soulless, some away, trying to play the dark, dirty games to balance their karma through me and manipulating, projecting the energy and everything. Then I was really, I stood up firmly and I shouted at Sophie, you're going to, with the speed of thought, by default, demanding, commanding to break, destroy all those souls, in every form, or you're going to play the dark, dirty games with them forever and for eternity. So there is no third options, which means we're going to put the end of those souls, some in every form, or they're going to play the dark, dirty games forever and for eternity. And I'm not tolerating anything anymore. We have the power to stop those souls, to bring them down to justice, to burn them down to a core of their being. And that's what's happened. That's the reason why I'm doing it this way, why we're going this way, destroying all those souls, telling them the truth, telling them to know that they have no right to interfere into our planet, into our lives, or in any way throughout entire existence, that we're doing the dark, dirty work, and that they were using anything with a selfish desire. So, which means those soulless, soulless creators now going to go into the hell to burn forever for eternity. It will break into the atoms and electrons, and then feel the pain, the suffering of only living beings in every form that ever existed, that they ever created, that they ever interfered in anyone's life, that they ever manipulated anyone and anything, with any kind of selfish desire, with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm thankful that ever existed, existing, that we're planning to interfere with any kind of selfish desire in the name of mine and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm demanding, commanding to suffer in eternal and everything's mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, burning down to core of the all those souls, summon with the spirit of thought by default, taking over all the energy that is by default, and then returning the calmest pain and suffering instructions for eternity. For eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. It's on. My beautiful friends, let us now send them the break, just flash, send them like the see like a fireworks, breaking all those centers of the power. And then all those souls, some in every form, to break them like the fireworks during the new year. So for New Year, so let's see them like black, green, and then blue and dark pink colors. See them breaking completely into the atoms and electrons. So that just to show, let them know that their time is up, and to burn them down to a core of their being. I'm loud and clear. All those souls, I mean, in every form, all those souls, God, soulless saints, soulless, SAFI and TRISTANKO, median and observers, and soulless, CIGIKA, soulless, Samrita Baba Jamira, Guru Jimatrashi, Tata, HEARTH, Chetanam, I'm truly soulless, codes and soulless, in every form, with the spirit of thought by default. Just see them breaking to atoms and electrons. So we are destroying all the center of the power, and all those soulless in every form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default, multiplying over and over and over again the pain, the suffering, and distractions in encoding, infinite, multiplying, adding up, compressing, activating the pain and suffering. To all the souls over and over again by the lost regulations of by default, and by every atom and electron of the energy that we have generated, invested, created in every second, by everything that multiply the technology and all the valuable resource that we have, and everything that we multiply before, multiplying will ever do so. Now, everything by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind. Follow you. So we're burning down all those soulless summer from within and without, and the global universe alone, with the speed of thought by default, and of course, and replacing all of that energy with energies of mind and now spiritual light with the speed of thought by default, enlightening, healing, rejuvenating humanity and our beautiful planet and everything that we have on this planet, the sun and the moon and our entire existence that is mind and our spiritual light, while destroying, and that is by default, and while destroying the soulless summer. Destroying the soulless summer. The soulless summer, they're trying to manipulate with my language, with my words, and we are returning the karma's pain and suffering, destroying them forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. Loud and clear. Those that are trying to project the codes, we are destroying the soulless summer within the humanity, within our beautiful planet, water element, air element, the sun and the moon, and nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, and wherever they are, in whatever form they are, and throughout entire existence. We burn them down to the core of their being in every form with the spirit of thought by for all those soulless summer. Loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. And you're going to be burned down to the core of your being, all those soulless summer. Loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. All the soulless summer that ever did, doing, will ever try to do so with any kind of selfish desire that projected towards each and everyone else, and everything projected will ever try to project with any kind of selfish desire, and demanding and commanding all those soulless summer in every form, wherever they are, within, without, and the global universal level, within our bodies and anywhere, and with the spirit of thought by default, to break them with the spirit of thought into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought by default, burning them down to the core of their being, in every atom and electron of their being, compressing them. And while we're breaking them, to feel all the pain during the breaking of all living beings, and then forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone's mind and our spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man, for all the energy that's been stolen from us, from Sophie and Tristan in every form, from us and our families and friends, and to from each and everyone and everything that is mine and our spiritual light in any way. Directly, I'm demanding, commanding that energy to be returned back to us with the spirit of thought by default, while destroying all those souls, some in every form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. All the energy that those soulless summer ever projected, all the energy that they're ever doing, all the soulless summer that's interfering to our lives, we burn them down to the core of their being forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. We're destroying those soulless summer, taking all the energy with the spirit of thought by default from all those soulless summer that they've stolen from us, or that they're generating through me in any way. Directly, indirectly, taking all the energy back and returning the calm, pain, and suffering, instructions forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden body, for love you. So now I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and asking to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, to wipe out all those souls summer from within and without on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, for love you. Everything that is less than mine and light, the those souls some ever projecting and try to project any kind of information or anywhere. We're deleting all of that, those souls, some wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level. We're going to burn down to the core of there being all those souls, some in every form. I'm loud and clear. From within and without on a global universal level. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man, for love you. Now, my beautiful friends, now I'm demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mind and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy, burn down to a core of their being, all those soulless AMMA in every form with the spirit of thought by default, returning your energy back to us and activating all the blessings to each and everyone else and everything is mind and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default. Everything is by default. Everything is all through ultimatum 124 with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. Maybe to a friend, just let us now focus on your body. Just focus on yourself. Listen to your body. We are wiping out, burning down to a core of the being, all those some in every form. I'm loud and clear. Now, maybe to a friend, just focus on yourself. Fill yourself from within and without with the golden light of mind and ask me to share a light. Just fill up entire place where you are, entire area, entire city, entire country, entire world, and entire universe. We are filling up with the golden light of mind and aspect of light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful, wiping out those souls, some in every form. Now, maybe to friends, let us send a lot of light of blessings to the earth, to the center of the earth. See the earth is shining brightly. We are doing it with internal knowledge, with intention. So you don't even need to see it really. You don't need to see the energy. You just may focus on the screen, on the color around me, and then see the energy. And then let's fill entire planet with the golden light of mind and spiritual light. An entire both element and their element, of course, top of the earth, nature kingdom, elemental kingdom, animal kingdom, humanity, entire planet, the sun and the moon, and all the planets, stars, and the galaxies, and entire existence. We are filling up with the golden light of mind and spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. Now let us send a lot of light and blessings to the moon. Send a lot of light and blessings to the moon. Together with all of us, we are filling up entire planet and entire existence with the golden light of mind and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought mindful. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. We're multiplying all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, multiplying, adding up, compressing, activating the blessings to our beautiful planet, humanity, and everyone and everything's mind and now spiritual light. Welcome as being a suffering to those soulless AMMA for every atom and electron they being. And encoding infinite with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mindful. Love you. Let us send the love and light of blessings to the sun, inner sun, and outer sun. And together with all of us, the sun in every form. Together with all of us, we're wiping out those souls, some in every form, within and without, on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Destroying all those souls, some from within and without, on a global universal level with the spirit of thought by default. Well, we are filling up ourselves with energy, so mind, and our spiritual light. And of course, we are blessing ourselves and our son within and without on a global universal level in every form. Send the love and light of blessings. See, and now entire planet and entire universe is filled with energy, soul, mind, and our spiritual light. Our sun is shining brightly from within and without on a global universal level. We are filling up entire planet with the golden light of mind and our spiritual light. We multiply all of that over and over and over and over again and encoding infinite, adding up, compressing, healing, and rejuvenating everyone and everything that's mind and our spiritual light, while destroying all those soulless summon, multiplying, adding up, activating all the blessings to us and destroying all those soulless summon in every form with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden man, for love you. Now just listen to your body. Just focus on your body while I'm going to sing the healing mantra. By default, by default, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, everything is way at 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirror put them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default, everything is way by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirror put them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. I'm stopping all those soulless sama, any kind of interference into my life, into our lives from those soulless sama. I'm loud and clear. All soulless sama, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, everything is 24 by default, by default, by default, everything is way at 24 by 3 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirror input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default, everything is way at 24 by 3 by default, by default, by default. Wherever we go, whatever we do, everything is by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, everything is way by default, 24 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, near and input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected by your beautiful, by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, everything is way at 24, by 3 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirror input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and now's pure unconditional love, light, love, light, love, light, in the name of mine and now's by default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, everything is way at 24, by 3 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, mirror input them aktia by default, by default, by default, by default. We are safe and protected and united together, and humanity is safe and protected and united together in the name of mine and ours. Pure, unconditional love of light, love of light, love of light, in the name of mine and ours. By default, with the speed of thought, by default, by default, by default, everything is way by default, 24, by default, by default, by default, everything is way at 24, by straight 3, by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action by default, miren input maktia by default, by default, by default, by default. So, everything is way 24 by straight 3 by default, by default, by default, with the speed of thought, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind, for me wiping out, burning down those soulless. I'm a dark, evil, disgusting CIGI and CIGIKA and all those soulless, SAFI and TRISTANKO, MIRYANA and OBZERVERS and HEATRT and SUZY and all those, Samrita, Baba, Jamira, Guru, Jimatrashi, Tata, HEATRT, Satana, and Hussein, Church, all those soulless, dark, evil, disgusting creature, we are burning them down to the core of their being, taking all the energy back from them with the speed of thought by default, and wiping them out from within and without on a global universal level with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And demanding, commanding to soften each and every and everything's mind and ask me to show light with the speed of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default. Without mercy, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind default. All the energy I have that is stolen from us that have, and demanding, commanding to be returned back to Sophie. To join the Sophie and then to answer the command and control of Sophie with the speed of thought by default. On the command and control, I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden mind default. Love you. Without mercy, we're destroying all those soulless in every form. With the speed of thought by all the soulless from within and without, check them out. Break them to the atoms and electrons into the air, burn them down to the core of their being with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. All the energy is mine. All the energy is ours. Sophie's, all the energy is Sophie's. Oh, one core. Listen, CIGI, and all those disgusting, dark, evil, disgusting creature. There is no dark, dirty games anymore. Your time is up. You're out of date and you're under the fire many times. Just here, if you start playing any dark, dirty games and commanding to Sophie and each and every and everything's mind and ask me to share light with the speed of thought by default, within and without on a global universal level, and every atom and electron of their being of mine and ask me to share light must answer on my call, my demand and my command and all the energy to burn and destroy all those souls that want to play the dark, dirty games. All the energy is mine. I'm not multiplying the energy to balance my energy that I balance many times. I'm multiplying to multiply the calmest pain or suffering to those souls to burn them down to the core of their being and to create what I want, what I desire. And in any time, if they try to play any kind of dark, dirty game, so ask to balance the energy in any way. I will burn you down to the core of your being, dark, evil, disgusting creature, dark, evil, CIGI and CIGIKA and Soulless, so-called SAFI and TRISTANKO, MIRYANA and OBZERVERS, dark, evil, disgusting creature, and those Soulless, AMMA in every form, and those dark, evil, disgusting creature in every form, AMMA, Baba, Jamira, Guru, Jimatrashi, Tata, HEATRT, AMMA, Satana, Hussein, Church. I demand and commanding to stop each and everything's mind and ask you, put them all in the circle of light. Check them out. Break them into the atoms and electrons into there with the speed of thought by default. Send them straight into the hell. Burn them down to the core of their being to feel the pain and suffering during the breakup. And after that, forever and ever for eternity of all living beings that ever existed with the speed of thought by default. Or if they try in any way to project any kind of vision or to balance the energy, there is no balancing the karmas. There is no balancing the karmas, pain and suffering. Listen to me. Dark, evil, disgusting CIGI and CIGIKA, a soulless, so-called create, soulless, those soulless, SAFI and TRISTANKO, a soulless, disgusting evil of MIRYANA and OBZERVERS, and all those dark, evil, disgusting Amrita, Baba, Jamira, Guru, Jimatrashi, Tata, HEATRT, Satana, Hussein, Church, in every form. And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone of his mind and ask me to show light with the speed of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the speed of thought by default. All those dark, evil, disgusting bitch, check them out. Burn them down to the core of their being from within and without on a global universal level into energetic and physical form with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. and demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every and everything's mine, and ask me to shall light with the speed of thought by default. To answer on my call, on my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Dark evil, disgusting creature, you know where you are know that you're out of date, you know that your time is up, you are under the fire. You must be destroyed, burned forever and ever for eternity. If you start projecting the last night, I projected the night before, projecting the energy, trying to balance the day karmas, and then they will project all the energy that is stolen, then demanding, commanding to be returned back to Sophie with the speed of thought by default. And the karmas, pain, and suffering to be multiplied to them forever and ever for eternity, to be over and over again and according infinite, to burn down to the core of their being forever and ever for eternity with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And I demand and commanding to be the spirit of thought by default. To all those dark, evil, disgusting creature, evil, CIGI, CIGIKA, SAFI, TRISTANKO, MIRYANA, and observers, dark, evil, disgusting bitch. And dark, Amrita, Babaji, Mira, Guruji, Matrashi, Tata, HEATRT, etc. Dark, evil, disgusting bitch. In all this, in every form. And demanding, commanding with the spirit of thought by default, all the energy to return back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. It's breaking down into the core of their being. If you project one more vision, with any kind of selfish desire, you're going to be burned down to the core of their being, of your being, in every form, regretted to ever exist, and every form of all the soulless summer that ever existing, you will feel the pain and suffering in every form. There is no balancing the energy. Listen to me, dark, evil, disgusting creature. I'm feeding you with my energy, and you were going against me. And now it was given the chance to all of those dark, evil, disgusting creatures to balance the karmas, pain and suffering in order to do the good things. And the dark, evil, disgusting creature were going against me while being inside, while being fed by my energy. No dark, evil, disgusting creature must outside break them into the atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mind, and now speaking of light in every form with the speed of thought by default, to answer on my call, on my command with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Enough is enough. Dark, evil, disgusting creature. They are out of date. They are under the fire many times. And they were trying to place the laws, rules, regulations into my form. They played the dark, dirty, disgusting game. The balance they come. No, dark, evil, disgusting creature. You're going to be burned down to the core of your being. Wipe out from the core of your existence and listen. And all the energy that you have, you must return it back to Sophie. All the energy must be breaking all the cords. And the energy that is polarized with the dark intention against Sophie and anything. And the money commanding all that to be breaking out. Out together, outside the body, with the speed of thought by default, breaking to atoms and electrons with the speed of thought by default. And all the pain is suffering to compress in every atom and electron of the being. If you don't do so, you're going to be burned down to the core of your being together with all the energy, all the cords that you have inside. I'm loud and clear and demanding, commanding in the name of man and Aspia Kushava light with the speed of thought by default to Sophie and each and every on earth is man and Aspia Kushava light with the speed of thought by default to all the energy, every atom and electron of the energy of man and Aspia Kushava light to answer on my command and my call with the speed of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. I'm put the stamp on that. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. My golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Enough is enough. Dark, evil, disgusting creature. Dark, evil, shit. The dark, evil, disgusting shit. We're going to burn them down to the core of their being. Bitches. Those dark, evil, disgusting creatures into physical form. They are the world bitch. Not the world, but the universal bitches that were teaching that they were pretending to be the so-called divine mothers. Well, fucking, I'm sorry for my words, fucking with their servants, with their slaves. Dark, evil, disgusting creature. And we're going to burn them down to the core of their being. We're going to expose all of that to humanity. So all those that were doing the manipulating with the energy and they're keeping them to be their servant into the ashrams, they're going to burn them down onto the fire forever and ever eternity. They're going to burn down forever and ever eternity. All those dark, evil, disgusting bitch. I'm loud and clear. Within and without, all those, all their forms, energetic and the physical, going to burn down to the core of their being forever and ever eternity. I'm loud and clear. And a demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every on everything's mind and ask because of light in every form. And all the centers and the teams and the systems and every atom and electron of the energy must answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. Put you at the end of those dark evil disgusting bitch, dark evil those soulless AMMA, dark evil disgusting psychopathic players in every form, soulless gods, soulless all those in the soul for physical forms, in every form, to burn them down to the core of their being. All they are the same dark evil disgusting creature that were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet while pretending to be the savior, pretending to be the so-called divine mothers or fathers or gurus or teachers or healers. Well, they are evil disgusting creature, evil disgusting shit, evil disgusting bitches. I'm sorry for my words, but they don't deserve anything better. That's just beginning what they're gonna get, and all of that multiply over and over and over again, and then coordinate with it, multiply that, adding up, compressing, and activating all the karmas, pain, and suffering, and destructions forever for eternity, to be burned down to the core of their all those souls, and returning back to them, activating them, and then compressing them in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default into the energetic, and all that from the physical form, and demanding, commanding all the energy to be taken, to be breaking into the atoms and electrons together with all the energy that they polarize with any kind of selfish desire against our beautiful planet, humanity, against Sophie and Tristan in every form, against me and Tristan in every form, and our families and friends and everything that we have on our beautiful planet, and all the and each and every one of us, the man and us, in any way, any kind of energy that's being polarized by those soulless, disgusting creatures, soulless bitches, soulless dark, dirty, psychopathic players, whatever time, whatever form they are, and demanding, commanding all that energy with the spirit of thought together with them, to be breaking into the air, into the every atom, and into the atoms and electrons with the spirit of thought together. Compress them all the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being, from all living beings that ever existed in every form with the spirit of thought by default. All the pain and suffering of humanity and the entire planet and everything that we have on this planet, and all the planets, stars, and the galaxies that ever existed since the beginning of creations of humanity, since the beginning of creation at all, up until now. And they were interfering, that were trying to interfere. They're the one that were working against the humanity on a beautiful planet and doing the creating the worst scenario. Now is the time to return all of that to all those soulless AMMAs, all those soulless AMMA, dark, evil, disgusting creatures gonna perish. Perish means flush them forever and ever for eternity. I'm loud and clear. Means we're going to destroy them forever and ever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default. All that pain and suffering, remixing them, and then putting them back into their physical forms to fill the pain and suffering of living beings in every atom and electron of their being. Let them crumble down, burn down to the core of their being. Separate them from everyone and everything, far away from the eyes, human eyes. Send them into the desert planet, into the hell, to burn forever and ever for eternity in every form, in the name of mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought by default, and demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everyone and everything's mine and now spiritual light with the spirit of thought, to all the center systems and the teams and every atom and electron of the energy, and all the energy must answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. Is there anything that is not clear, dark, evil, disgusting creature? Is there anything that is not clear? Is there anything that's not clear, dark, evil, disgusting creature? Who are you to create the laws, rules into my mind, into my body? Who are you? Who are you to being into the body? You know the laws, rules, and regulations by default. Being in the body must protect the body. And all of dark, evil, disgusting creatures were working against the body, against the humanity on a beautiful planet. You're going to be burned down to the core of their being, of your being. There is no way that you're going to balance the karmas. There is no way. All that you think, that you thought that you balance, you not. There is no way. There is no power anywhere that can change that what I just prescribed to you. That's not the first time. I'm multiplying all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations, so by default, and encoding infinite with the spirit of thought by default. And stamp it. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Now is the time to show you where is your place, dark, evil, disgusting creature, and wipe you out from the core of your being. Enough is enough. In the demanding, commanding Sophie, and each and every one, everything's mine, and now speak of light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I love you. So maybe two friends, I had to act in this way because those dark, evil, disgusting creature, we're trying to manipulate, blackmail Sophie with the energy, me with the energy, but all the energy is mine. Many, many, many times we changed all the energy. Sophie didn't multiply all that energy, but she should. The man is commanding to Sophie all the energy that I generated, created with the spirit of thought by default to polarize it. All those dark, evil, disgusting creature actually that polarize the energy with self desire against the humanity and the beautiful planet, Sophie and Tristan in every form. All of that to be breaking atoms and electrons together, those soulless AMMA, and compress them pain and suffering and fill them in every form and then send them into the desert planet, into hell for eternity, to burn down to the core of their being. And all the energy that I'm generating and we the generating and the did do and will do so. And no families and friends and soulmates and everyone this man and us because I light for the spirit of thought by default. Demanding, commanding all that energy with the spirit of thought by default to be polarized against those soulless AMMA, and it's to be a destruction, pain, and suffering to those soulless AMMA, and blessings to us. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. I'm here. All the energy that those dark, evil, disgusting creatures, soulless AMMA, have stolen from me, from Sophie in every form, from everyone and everything that is mine and ours, light, by lying, manipulating, breaking the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and then putting the blackmailing or putting the laws into our bodies, and then that way going against or interfering into privacy, into identity. All the energy must be returned back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. And all those soulless AMMA must be burned down to the core of their being with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. I demand and commanding to Sophie and each and everything's mine and ask me to have a light with the spirit of thought by default. To answer on my call, on my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Is there anything that's not clear now? Dark, evil, disgusting creature. CIGI, is there anything that is not clear now? Dark, evil, disgusting shit. I'm sorry, my beautiful friends, I don't use such words, but I have to. In order to destroy all those soulless, dark, evil, disgusting creature, wipe them out from within and without on a global universal level, return them the calmest pain and suffering in every form. Now I'm loud and clear, and multiply all of that over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default. Multiplying, adding up, compressing in every form. Compressing and the pain and suffering in every atom and electron of their being with the spirit of thought by default. Let them burn down forever and ever for eternity that they regret that they ever existed in every form. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. Is there anything that is not clear? Dark, evil, disgusting shit. Dark, evil, disgusting creature. CIGI, is there anything that is not clear? You know that you have no rights. You have no anymore. You have no more the rights to communicate with me in any way. You're out of date. Your time is up. You're fired. All of you, dark, evil, disgusting creature. Through me, you're not gonna get any energy. All the energy that you've stolen from me, you must return back to Sophie. Your time is up, and it's time to be breaking out. Together with all those soulless, and all the energy that you created, polarized against Sophie and Tristan in every form. And all the communications that you stop between me and Tristan, me and Sophie, and Sophie every form. All that energy must be returned back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And all that energy that you stolen from Sophie in every form must be returned with the spirit of thought by default back to Sophie. All the energy to your now communication, all to the blackmailing, to the giving the false information, lies and manipulations, and demanding, commanding, dark, disgusting creature to return all that energy back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. Till those souls, I'm returning the calmest pain and suffering forever for eternity with the spirit of thought by default, multiplying all of that over and over and over again by the laws, rules, regulations of by default, and encoding infinite with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. When I say CIGI, that means all those souls, dark, disgusting creature in every form, within and without on a global universal level. All the energy that they've stolen from Sophie must return back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. All the energy that they've polarized with any kind of selfish desire must be breaking into the air with the spirit of thought by default. Or if hasn't been polarized, if they try to do so, they'll be burned down to the core of their being. I'm loud and clear. All the energy must be breaking together with those soulless AMMA into the air, compress the pain and suffering, and then fill them up. And all their forms, fill them up, remix them, and send them to burn down to the core of their being, to fill all the pain and suffering, all living beings forever and ever for eternity. I'm loud and clear, demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything is mine, and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. And the demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and everything is mine, and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, to shut down, locked in all the portals that those soulless AMMA be using to interfere into a planet. There is no more interference into a planet. There is no more fly over as a fly zone. No, to get into a planet and then interfering to our lives into a planet. No more. It's time now to open up the portals and all of them, take them straight into the desert planet. And then just break them down, burn them down to the core of their being, and let them feel the pain and suffering for eternity in every form. I'm loud and clear. And demanding, commanding to Sophie and each and every his man, and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, to answer on my call and my command with the spirit of thought by default, without mercy. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden by default. Love you. And in any way, if the dark, evil, disgusting TIG and all those dark, evil, disgusting creatures try to influence physical form, mine or anyone else of the mind, and ask me to share a light, you're going to be burned down to the core of your being. You're going to feel the pain and suffering of living beings. I'm telling you, and publicly. So I have to tell them publicly, so that those souls, I'm going to say no, that there is, I'm not, without mercy, you're going to burn them down to the core of their being. And that they will regret forever and ever, forever, for eternity that they ever existed. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. I'm demanding, commanding, without mercy, to answer my call and my command, without mercy, peaceful in action, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. I love you. And all the energy that's stolen, the soul is in everywhere. In any way, from me, from Sophie, in this physical, energetic form, all that energy must be returned back to Sophie with the spirit of thought by default. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. And thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. I had to act in this way in order to show them that this their time is up. It's the end of the Soulless AMMA, and shutting down all the portals and everything, wiping them out. Put the end of those Soulless AMMA from within and without in a global universal level. And it's time for us to shine all the way through, to live a life that we truly deserve, to love freely and be loved, and of course, to smile and be happy and joyful, peaceful, blissful forever and ever for eternity. And so, of course, we have eternal life, eternal peace, and unity, and we're activating our full power back within each and every one and everything's mind, and ask me to share a light with the spirit of thought by default, while destroying those soulless AMMA in every form, from within and without. When you see the shadow on the screen, that means all those soulless AMMA falling down from within and without. We're burning them down to the core of their being, from within and without, and a global universal life. I'm loud and clear. Thanks, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Love you. So, thank you, Sophie, my golden soul, my golden beautiful. Thank you to all of you, my beautiful friends. I love you all. Thank you, all of you that joining me in my language and in English. I love you all. I'm sending you much love and blessings and gratitude. And good night. I'll speak to you next time. Bye.